Or the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning of checking these damn buttons. It is not just any morning, though. Not only is it the day after my birthday, thank y'all for the amazing birthday wishes, by the way. It is HT, Horny Tuesday. Let's go.
Make you horny, baby.
All right, and with all that being said, I'm excited. We got a beautiful week ahead of us. Big up to Sebastian, my editor, for helping me out. The day that I'm filming this is actually my birthday. Sebastian was able to step in last notice and said, you know what, I'll help you edit this, which makes my day that much better. So thank you, Sebastian, for doing that for me. Anyway, his links are down below, and all the links are down below because we're about to start the show. That's right, I got bars. But without further ado, ladies and gents, let's get it on. Let's go.
Yo, man, I can't believe it. It's finally come. I'm well, look on, try this on. I'm ready.
I have a gift in front of me. It is my birthday. My lovely wife has provided me with this amazing wrapping paper. Look at this. Who does this? Actually, I did this for her a long time ago, and she kind of duplicated it and outdid me because this is better than what I did. But anyway, yeah, it seems it is. Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. You see this? For those of you that are in the FGC, you ever been to a tournament, you know what the hell this is. All right, so it's actually the kit, the portable kit. You can put your PS4 in here. See screen, check it out. Volume control, power. Channels, power. Woo, here's the inputs. I mean, like, you know.
The power lights and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you got HDMI right there? That's
yeah.
Cool.
So it lays right here, got the straps right here, and then you're ready to go to business. All you gotta do is say flat out. All right, and now to them first set of buttons that need to be checked. This one starts off with Broski at Broski FGC, right? So he posted this just the other day saying, curious to know what people think about paid coaching services in the FGC. It seems to me like coaching is useful for helping low, mid-level players overcome plateaus, but I've never really seen any example of high-level player benefiting measurably from coaching. Okay, so it picks up right here with Stack Bradford. He replies to it saying, I'm committed to Street Fighter as soon as I got started, so I never felt the need for coaching sessions because I was going hard until I got where I wanted. However, I do feel that I would have saved some stress and got a lot more out of my playtime had I had someone guiding me a bit. Then Rushdown also comments on this as well, bringing up a very interesting point. Right here he says, I think the problem that there aren't really high-level coaches, not that players can't benefit from coaching, there's not just very many players that are both world-class and good at teaching, you need both. Javits also comments right here saying, I think the players that benefit the most from coaching are those that are new to fighting games and don't understand the concept like spacing and resource management. At mid to higher levels, they already know how to play, and most of the problems they face are due to lack of discipline. Rushdown responds again saying, I think it's just easier to coach at that level. It's not necessarily more valuable. If Taquito can make me 0.01% better, that's a much bigger deal than if I can make a rookie 100% better. It's also harder but doable in my opinion. Then you got other communities like the Smash community that actually jumps in as well. Right here, Armada posts this saying, I mean, in every traditional sport, you have coaches that make massive difference. No reason if it can't work in fighting games. I've had quite a few amazing Melee players I have coached / helped out over the years. Then he continues right here at the bottom saying, also HBox after Crunch became his coach was a massive difference. Think both of them / everyone with some knowledge about Melee would agree about that one. Then Leffen actually chimes in as well saying, coaching helps at all levels. You don't see top level tennis players just fire their coaches after they win for the first time, LOL. Then Spaceboy replies to that saying, I leveled up a lot after receiving coaching. However, they did it for free. I do see it as valuable enough to be paid for, however. All right, so let's unpack this a little bit. So right now they're saying, why is it not more, I guess, prevalent in the FGC? We do know it's out there, and I have seen people that have paid for it. I remember when Cross Counter was up and thriving, right? Gutex, Mike Ross, Excellent Adventures, they had their pros that were coaching, right? I mean, what was Broly Legs, I think Myers. There was a lot of pros that they had on their site. Even Gutex and Mike did it at one point, and you could hire them. I think it was like anywhere from like what? I could be wrong, but I think it was like anywhere from like $30 to like $100, basically depending on how long of a session and what you were needing from them. So with that being said, obviously we've seen it before and other people have probably hired people on the side to help them train. But what they're saying here is it's not really a thing to where we've seen it so much. And I also think it probably has to do with, there was some tournaments a few years back where they were talking about banning coaching. Remember that? I don't know if it was on the CPT. I want to say it was, but they were like, players should not be allowed to be coaches or to have coaches right there in their ear making these adjustments because when they were looking at it for the other player that didn't have a coach, almost like as a disadvantage. So then in that sense, it was like player coaching or like on-site coaching as the match was going on, started being looked at as a negative thing. But then others like Leffen are bringing up a point of like, well, if pro athletes do it, and that's what esports is trying to be, right? We're trying to be like regular sports. We're taking all these attributes that they have and whatnot. Why can't we have coaches? Like even professionals, even champions, you go to the UFC and stuff like that. Every time they sit back in the corner and they're sitting on that chair, their coaches are in their ear. They have 2 sets of coaches helping them out. So why can't the FGC be more like that? Do you think, there's 2 trains of thought, right? There's one when it comes to in-game matches. Do you think coaching should be allowed as far as like maybe in between a set? I don't know necessarily while the set's going on if the coaches should be able to yell at them because that's literally what they do in the FGC, right? As the match is going on, your coaches could be fucking yelling instructions to you. So that would be interesting to see if the FGC or tournaments would ever allow something like that. And if it wasn't just yelling, maybe something in between matches. I'm sure there's certain tournaments out there that allow certain types of that, maybe not like the biggest ones on CPT and stuff like that, but there has to be some form of that going on, right? Then the other topic looks like the main one that he's bringing up as far as like it being paid for. Why are not more people doing this? And then they also bring up the point basically saying it's more valuable for like if taquito could make me 1% better, that's more valuable than if I could make a rookie 100% better. Which I guess it depends on the player, obviously, right? Because if you're talking about, like they're talking about rookie status, they said it's easier to train that way because they don't really know anything about fighting games. Opposed to a pro player, who's going to be his coach? Basically, I would assume, I guess they're talking about that position, right? They're like, if taquito can make a pro player 1% better, that's more meaningful because that pro's going to do a lot more with the knowledge than, let's say, a rookie. That's what it seems like, what perspective they're coming from anyway. Me personally, check this out. This is a good topic for me because I was actually recently thinking about hiring somebody for training. I know like Dr. African and there's like friends out there that they do train, but like they were saying, like some people in here, like Mo and whatnot, they were like, yo, it should be, sometimes it's not worth the time if they're not getting paid for it because it is a service. I believe they should be paid for it as well. But it's one of those things too. They make a really good point where I think we should focus on this is not every pro player, especially somebody with the knowledge, equals a good teacher. How many times have we seen that? Somebody that is doing it doesn't necessarily equal somebody that is good at teaching it. And that is what's up. The old saying about those that can't teach, or those that do and those that can't do teach, something like that. You know what the hell I'm trying to say. But it's real talk. Like I've tried to talk to certain pro players and people like that. They're not really good at articulating the idea or train of thought, because what works for them in their mind doesn't work for the next person. So with that being said, there's a lot. I feel like I got all over the board. There's a lot with this training. One, I'm in this stage. I'm not a pro player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bad. Everybody knows Nesto got them hands. I got them booms. I don't know what the hell this is. What the hell I'm trying to say is I wouldn't mind doing some training, man. I think that's actually really cool, but it has to be from the right person. And I think it's one of those things. Not every teacher is going to be for every student and vice versa. And next up for these next set of buttons that need to be checked, this one pops off with a gentleman by the name of Snyder Cut Ahmad at Cut Hamad. Don't know this gentleman, but I saw it was a hot debate yesterday. A lot of people had a lot of shit to say. Starts off right here. Well, by the time you see it, I believe about 2 days ago. But anyway, starts off right here saying this actually is frustrating. A Mortal Kombat movie not given the time to flesh out the characters is hurting me in the feels. This isn't two monsters fighting each other. The characters in MK do fucking matter. Then he posts this picture down below, which you can see basically is the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out. 1 hour, 50 minutes. So roughly under 2 hours. So basically in a nutshell, he's saying, what are we doing here? You cannot unpack these characters, a movie, and get really in depth within a a 2-hour time frame. Then people replied to it saying, well, would 4 hours be more to your liking? While others saying, well, 2.5 hours is standard. Under 2 hours equals TV movies / rom-com / kid movies. But then you got a lot of people out there saying they would rather have quality or quality over quantity, and that they would much rather watch an hour and 50 minutes badass movie than a damn 3-hour train wreck. If it's good, I don't care if it's shorter. And then it basically goes from there. Like, a lot of people are saying it doesn't have to be that long. Snyder Cut Hamad continues to basically take the perspective as, like, for movies that have very interesting characters, there should be time given to the characters. I didn't say every movie has to be this long, so relax. Then some responding saying, I feel like you eat dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets for 90% of your... I don't know what, I've never seen that kind of shade, but it's delicious shade, right? Dinosaur nuggets, all right. Then from there, a lot of people started responding with the time for other movies that were like good movies or impactful, right? Some people said, sadly, never got to know these characters before sunrise, an hour and 45 minutes. Then they also post Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. Runtime was 2 hours and 5 minutes. Then they post even more, Enter the Dragon, an hour and 50 minutes. What was this? Ip Man, an hour and 48 minutes. Bloodsport Classic, an hour and 32 minutes. Then somebody lists like a hell of a lot right there. The Blair Vic Project posted this. Mission Impossible 110, John Wick 101, Raiders of the Lost Ark 115, Terminator 101, 21 Jump Street 109, Men in Black 98, RoboCop 102, Cloverfield 85, Predator 107. I'm cherry picking here, but you get my point, right? And I think that's a hell of a point, right? Now, like some say, this is just me, don't roast me for this, or if you want to roast me, shit, roast me in the comments, let's chat it up. But anyway, I agree with the train of thought that not every movie has to be 4 hours long. And I know he said that I'm not talking about every movie, I'm just talking about this one. Well, in that case, I would say I really don't think that this movie should be 4 hours long, because I'm coming from the train of thought like others are saying. I would rather see a fucking badass movie with badass fight scenes that was only an hour and 15 minutes, which I think that's pretty long, right? Rather than a 4 hour stretched out fucking kind of snoozer or one that's a train wreck. With something like this and this level of movie that the new MK, right, is coming out, I don't think 4 hours would do it. I mean, that's a lot of fucking work. You got to think 4 hours is a long time. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Are you coming from that perspective saying, nah, they're not doing it justice. There's so many characters. This shit needs to be stretched out. Or is 150 long enough? And that it is, ladies and gents. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you for everything that you have guys. I mean, we just released Bogus Journeys again. It got, what the hell I'm trying to say? It got a hell of a reception. Dirty Low came back. We had fun as hell, just basically starting, to pick up where we left off. We left off like on, I think it was episode 85 or something like that. Now we're like at episode 86. Can you believe we've done this many damn episodes of Bogus Journeys? Once we hit 100, which should be not too long, we're gonna do it big. Fly somebody special in, we're gonna do it big. Anyway, also on that note, we're not going to do it every Sunday like we used to do. More than likely, either we're going to do it every other Sunday or like on special occasions, but at least once or twice a month. So with that being said, thank you for all the love. Links down below for the merch, or if you guys want to work with anybody, editors, graphics, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for all the love. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Over quantity, and that they would much rather watch an hour and 50 minutes badass movie than a damn 3-hour train wreck. If it's good, I don't care if it's shorter. Sounds a lot like my sex life. Because if it's good, she doesn't.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?